Okay, I'm on. My topic is about filming every day because as a person who is striving to be a cinematographer, the question is, what kind of cinematographer do you want to be? Because there's so many types. I mean, all you have to do is, which I should do, is spend more time looking at other people's videos. It's just that I figure if I didn't spend time looking at other people's videos, I can definitely say any ideas on my own. But I think that's what people who like cinematography do. They watch videos all the time. And that's what my film instructor did. She was a Vimeo queen. She spent most of her time on Vimeo. So I think I need to get into that because I think that's probably where the inspiration comes from. Just seeing and watching other people film and just being inspired to do your own thing. I'm really impressed by the solo filmmakers, the people that just them and their camera, and they take pictures of things, they film things, and they edit it into some kind of masterpiece somehow. That's something I want to work on doing until I get the ideal situation for filming, whether I have an actor I know, or I can work with another cinematographer and we can discuss ideas, get angles, and tell different kinds of stories. Or I'm interested in doing documentaries. I wanted to do a TV show about the elderly, because in Brooklyn in particular, because I think that there's so much in history of Brooklyn that is going to be lost. Every time one of them leave us, that's history gone. And they have some incredible history to share about wherever they came from and whatever they know about New York. It's just, all you have to do is look at the newspaper. Sometimes I go to the old newspapers online, the articles, and it's like, wow, that's what happened in New York years ago. You know, there's different stories about celebrities, and I have to go check on that again. So as a person interested in film, it's important to film every day. That's why I guess I'm blogging more often, because I want to have in my mind that I want to film more till I actually do what I feel is natural and is my brand, my idea, my angle on life, my style. Because every cinematographer has a style. I don't know how often it changes, but they have a style. So I basically want to get out there, network, meet other people interested in film, people interested in being on film. Those are the people you want to meet, and just keep on learning. So the book that I was talking about last time, hold on a second. I have another film book, but I always tell myself that I like to read things that are written very simple. So I got this book here, Learn to Speak Film, and it's written for young people. And so that's the best way to start, because if I want someone to explain a topic to me, I want them to be very, very simple and just say it in a way that, here it talks about, and this is the book, Learn to Speak Film. It talks about sound departments in film, sound department, art department, camera department, talent, assistant director, and the crew. So it does give names of people within the crew. It also has the script breakdown, the production binder, call sheets. That's one thing I have to work on, creating call sheets. I'm just wondering, you know, depending on the size of the production, does everyone always have a call sheet? I know the call sheet has critical information in it, basically when you're going to shoot, when you're going to break, who's up first, what are they going to eat, you know, what's nearby emergency rooms, contact information, And I think there's always some type of forms online if you need to. It may not apply, everything may not necessarily apply to your shoot, but it's good because it tells you what scene you're going to shoot first with who. That goes in a call sheet, I believe, too. There's so many different types of forms that filmmakers use, and they're very specific, which is very helpful because you have to be very specific, especially the larger your production. So many people coming and going, and it's very important for people to understand that there's a schedule, because once the schedule is not honored, then the day sorts sneaks up on you, especially if you're borrowing equipment or you schedule studio time. And if you're working with people that are not schedule conscious, that means you have to be extra organized. You have to have a backup plan. And the backup plan has to, I think with filming in general, you always need a backup plan because the backup plan will make up for if something doesn't happen. And what can you anticipate when you film, when you have a film project and production? How many things can you anticipate is going to happen? I know they definitely always check the weather forecast of that day, especially if they're shooting outdoors. And what if this actor doesn't show up? Especially if they're an unpaid actor. What if they don't show up? What are you going to do? Let's say for some reason the location is no longer available. Do you have a backup location? There's so many things that you have to anticipate. Somebody getting sick, I know I was at one production and they had filmed in someone's apartment. The only catch is that the landlord wasn't necessarily communicated with. And so another landlord tried to interrupt the production because it's like, what are you doing shooting here? Blah, 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 blah. And the guy's like, they shooting in my apartment, it's okay. But shoot was outside the apartment. And, some people, they try to, I don't know. It's whenever you have a camera on, it's just amazing how people just show up. Some people totally ignore you, and now some people will just suddenly either try to get in the shot or want to talk to you. And I can understand because whenever I see a shoot, I'm looking around, look for someone to catch your eye and to ask a question, see if anyone is conversational. I get excited too, so I understand. But the only thing you have to remember is that when you see someone filming or shooting and you want to talk to them, it could be a problem because they need to concentrate on so many things. You're trying to get a particular shot. They're working with time limitations. And, if you just basically say, hi, this is great. What do you ask a quick question. And then, like they were shooting something. What is that actor's name? I think he's a British actor, but they had to shoot it over and over again. I don't know. It was a scene on the sidewalk. It was right there over there by Herald Square near Macy's. That year, I don't know, something about 34th Street. When I used to work over there, I used to see the amazing things, like celebrities come out of nowhere, shoots. Like, especially the time when Macy's was always having, events with celebrities. Like, I caught Marion coming out of Macy's, getting into a vehicle. And at that time, I had his album, and I was listening to the album. And I was like, what are the odds I'm by Macy's and one of my favorite singers come out? But he just like, this is me. And he just said, because he's kind of young, he's agile, he just came out of Macy's, jumped in. And I was like shocked. And this is me not thinking because I just started going like, oh, I know this was my hand is going like this. I could just see his shadow inside the vehicle. And the funniest thing about his shadow was, because I'm just sitting there like this, and I see a hand go like this. I can't see that face. I could just see his shadow go. And they go, and then they stop, and they see I'm still waving my hand like this because I was shocked and I wasn't, I was doing. And then I see hand go back up and go. I can just imagine the face looking like that because it was like he was trying to be nice, and I was just like. So when the cameras are on and people are around, they get excited, even if they may or may not actually get to see the film. They will be happy just to be the possibilities or the fact that they were somewhere in the background of the scene or something like that. Going back to filming every day, I think you need to find someone that loves to be on camera and someone who's in a learning stage with you and who respects you and trusts you. When you have that, it's a great shoot because, if you're both learning and, you want to be the filmmaker, and they want to be the actor, they're going to make time for you. But everyone, they respect you. They'll be interested in what you have to say about the film because sometimes there's a fine line between having a shoot and having someone listen and someone deciding what they want to do. Given that people do have good ideas, that's why my ears are always open. And then when the shoot is over, I go, okay, what do you want me to do in the credits? I always ask people, well, how do you want your name in the credits? And sometimes it's, like the last one I did, the person put down at least 2 things and I came up with another one. And they say, oh yeah, I did do that too. So it's nice to give people credit for what they do in the shoot, even though they're the talent, but they help out in other ways to let people know that they did have a part in other parts of the film. It's really cool to do, to keep an eye out for. And that's why it's good to read up on film because, like I said in the other posts, people do so many things and they don't know that everything that they do has a particular title and they never get the credit for it. So because they don't know that they should. And I was talking to a writer and they was telling me too that, sometimes when you take on something as a volunteer, still you have to realize that this is a paying position, whether or not you're volunteering or not. I like this section of this book. It's camera department. It tells about the gaffer, so the art lighting, the camera operator, first assistant, the focus puller, second assistant, key grip and the gaffer. In the art department, prop master, special effects, graphic designer. Yeah, I would love to have a good graphic designer, editor, and sound guy. Production department. Yeah, I think the key departments to understand, or that are a little bit more difficult to understand as a new filmmaker, which I like in this book, is the post-production department mentioned here, dialogue editor, visual effects coordinator. Oh, that is probably what I would like to put most of my money into is if I had to pay, post-production department, sound department, boom operator, production sound mixer. And that's what I've been trying to take the whole time I was taking classes. I was trying to get a sound course. And that course was either not offered or taken up. And so I think that's the first sound mixer. That's some really crazy, some great stuff. Because that's a very important job too. It says here that the production sound mixer makes sure everything is recorded on a proper level. This book is written by Michael Glassberg. I gotta see if he's on Facebook. Designed by Jeff Kulak. So don't pay attention to how my eyes look. I just want to take a quick look on Facebook to see if I can find Michael Yes. Whenever I read books, I like to always, and I really enjoy the information in the book, I like to always take time to see if I can find that person on social media, which I can. That's because it's acting up. I see a Michael Glossberg here, but it doesn't look right. So mad. It says it right. It says Michael Glossberg right there, but the screen is like, I'm gonna have to close out. He's probably on Facebook. Sometimes you gotta do it another way. You gotta go to Google and put the name and then write Facebook after the name. If you're having a difficult time. Come on, Michael. Sometimes you have to close windows too. I always have like, okay, I just had to go back and see if I can find a window. Michael Glossberg. I see a picture. He's a professor at Humber. He works in the film industry. I wonder if this is my, see, it's people I want to add, I want to just follow, and it's people I want to add as friends. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is probably, he probably wrote this book. Because this guy is also, his name, Mr. Michael Glossberg. He's also in film. And he hasn't been doing much on, he doesn't have any 2018 posts. Must be a very busy man. Maybe I can follow him on, Instagram. Because isn't it true, like, I'm trying to get back to see where you guys are. Okay, there you go. Isn't it true that, like, your whole social media life, that you find that you stick to different social medias, your attention focus changes. You know, some people have everything connected so that whatever they put here goes straight to the other one. But at one point I was Twitter, Tumblr. So now I'm Facebook now, YouTube, YouTube. And now because I meet people now and they always say, what's your Facebook page? And so they're relaxing. I met this man at film contests, and I just find him to look very amazing as an actor. I mean, he is amazing. He has the look. You know what I mean? I just know how Tyra feels when she sees people like just coming off the street, and she's like, if the makeup people got to this person, it's on, you know? And this guy, he looks so intense and he wants to be an actor. And he's just at the point where he wants to meet as many people as he can and get on camera. And I'm impressed that, because my film showed at the 72-hour film festival. I didn't win, but I feel honored because he was in one of the best films. And he came up to me and he asked for my contacts. He's private on Instagram. Michael, how can I see you? You're private. Okay, they have a hashtag Michael Glossberg, so I'm going to follow. And there is a script called Bees Are Dying. That was early in January. So one day, Michael, since I like your book, one day I'll find a page for you. Now, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah. So I will do this again like I did last time. Wait, see, I get confused. I don't use Instagram, right? So I don't know what it means when you have a head and a number. Because one time I don't know what that means. So I'm going to click on it. I don't know what it means. Because every time I click on it, I get, oh, are these suggestions? Oh, that's what it is. So I guess that's what they do. They give you suggestions. So, hey, I don't know why he didn't follow me. Oh, well. But at least I got Ken and I got Laugh. I'm following them, they're following me. That's not nice. I don't know why. Oh, I give up. I give up on understanding people. So let me do this just to get my Instagram on. See, I'm still finding my way around. Yeah, I just have to be that way because if I'm following you, no, you asked for my Instagram and aren't you supposed to follow each other? Isn't that the deal? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's all I'm just saying. I thought that was the whole idea of Instagram. You go, oh, what's your Instagram? And they take it down. So I don't know what to think anymore. So I'm going to go live, start live video, and checking connection. See what it says here. You're live. So I'm turning it, and I'm telling people I only have 2 followers that I'm live on YouTube and live on Facebook. I'm live twice. The strangest thing about being live is when you're live on YouTube using one of those programs. The strangest thing. I wish I could show you how my mouth looks. I got the big mouth thing going on here. Is that when you're live on YouTube using a particular program, it's delayed, and if you can hear it, where's my sound up? The weird part about being delayed is that when you use certain programs on YouTube and you are live, it's delayed by like 20 seconds or 10 seconds. And if you're listening, it can be very confusing. So it takes a lot of work to get familiar with the whole, okay, I want to get live. I'm getting off the Instagram live because it's a distraction. But the cool thing about it is that when you're live on Instagram, the fun thing about it is that you can I'll just save it just in case, but I just find it strange. Well, see, I don't know if people ask me what my social media page is. I'm following 21 people at least. I'm following more people. I'm following more people than I'm being followed. Okay, so here it is. It says, at AT&T, our thing is giving you more for your thing. So tell a story, post a pic, leave a like, and follow. Everything that finds your thing. So they said, So tell a story. So on AT&T, they allow you to post on their website. Is that what it is? I would do it because they have a lot of followers. And it's amazing that when you follow or interact, send a disappearing photo or video. Okay. So I'm on AT&T and I'm putting the camera on. And I'm looking for the video. And I'm taking a picture. Now you can allow replays so friends can remix your photos and stickers. I didn't want to send a photo. I wanted to send video. Again, I'm working on a picture of a cloud. I'm looking up because the cloud is. I don't know how long this video takes. So. I think so I'm trying to get more involved on social media now, but you have to decide what you're going to do on social media. And I think mine's will be just talking about film because that's what I'm trying to get myself in that mode that I'm satisfied with. And so I'm working on, it's good to have your own stuff, that you can use so that whenever there's an event, you just can go out and do your thing. So this is what I don't understand Instagram. I'm not an Instagram person. I'm too old to be that kind of person on Instagram. But it's not an old age thing. It's about your purpose. What's your purpose? So I think certain things I feel more comfortable doing either on YouTube or Facebook. But I think YouTube maybe more so because it's easier to use. Like if I'm on Instagram, I'm on Instagram on my phone, and that's not easy. I'm on YouTube, I'm not on my phone. So, but you can, which is really good. So I had a script that I did write, and I know someone that can help me film it at their place. If they're at the absolute, I just met someone who lives at the ideal location for me to shoot my script because the script takes place in an apartment that is facing the street. So that, because in the scene where she's not the main character, but the film is focused on her, so it's about looking at that window. And then the scene goes down the street to the subway, and the subway's right there. And that's the way the story is written because it was written for my location, which I hope to find someone. I may just have to film it my location. But it has to be someone that's cool. because people are too fancy for me. So this is because I just need a kitchen scene. Someone's making a bagel, and then there's a window scene where someone's yelling at and they look out the window, and they see the commotion out the window, and they leave the window to go out. See, yeah. I don't think my place is back there. So, and I just put in for Craigslist. That's what I did. I asked for someone who has an apartment to shoot a film. Some people have people that are willing to use their apartment. They have very, very descriptive or characteristic apartments, and that's why they want to shoot a film there, because they like the apartment. So I'm just waiting to hear back from someone from Craigslist. I wonder how much they want. Because you got to pay someone. You know, sometimes you can get away with not paying people, but feeding them. But I started a Kickstarter campaign so that I can pay everyone something for their, either what, car fare, pay something. But the thing is that Kickstarter campaigns is kind of tricky if you don't know the people, because you need as much footage from the people to show this is a real production, and you need, this is what I'm thinking, you need to take pictures, background pictures, this is us doing this is us here. And if you're not, if you're not around the actors much, you can't get those pictures for the Kickstarter campaign. And then you need someone to trust you, because if you get the money from the Kickstarter campaign, they're like, you're going to remember me, right? So it's one of those situations where you have to work on it. So that's why it's good to have people. I think I found someone that will help. I can restart the Kickstarter campaign. But the only catch is this person lives in Westchester. She may be, more trusting, openly. This is us shooting this part. This is us shooting this. This is shooting that. The other woman that was going to play the other character, she's really cool too. I started following her. When I find a nice post about her, I post it somewhere else. So that's it. I'll be back. Let's talk film. Tell me what your film. I like to know about other people's film situations. People that are trying to get into film. What is it that you are working on developing? Where are you at right now? Where you want to be? I want to speak to people that, like me, waiting to get there. I want to speak to people who are actually there too, so they can share me, information that's useful, especially if they're in New York and they want an assistant in the background, because I need to be on set more. So I want to be on your set, and I want to learn what you do. I want to hear the lingo, all that set language and stuff like that. So I wish I talked this much during the 72-hour film when I had to introduce my film. I just froze because they didn't tell us we had to do a log line until we got there. And I didn't know what to divulge, because I didn't want to divulge too much before the film started. So it was all that stuff. You live and you learn. That's why you got to do more stuff, because when situations happen, you got all the experience from the past situations. You know how to act when it happens again. And I noticed that most people that spoke well during the 72-hour film festival, they have very confident flow about them. And even the people that I was like, okay, let's go to film, stop talking, but still they had enough confidence to take time to say what they felt needed to be said. And that's what I needed to learn from that. Not to worry about, oh, she's taking up, because I was worried about taking up time talking too long, because I know everybody wanted the film to be shown, so I didn't want to be up there talking too long. So I was very brief, and I really wanted the film to speak for itself, and that was it. So have a great day. Let's talk about film. If you're from New York, let's talk. If you're not from New York, let's really talk, because I want to know what it's like not being in New York and you're interested in film. And I like to, if I can help you out, some ideas, brainstorm together. What do you have? What are you working with? What do you need to do what you need to do? Let's talk. Bye for now.